Hello and welcome to another video. We're going to be discussing for the first time the implementation of a relation based on two tables in SQL. So the relation actually between one and many relationship. As you notice here, we have two entities. The first one is persons and the second one is my order, which is an order. The reason I'm actually naming it my order here is because we have orders tables in the database within W3 School. So we're avoiding a conflict here. Person, as you notice, it's the one. So it has its own primary key, which is the person ID, and the data type is an integer int, and it's going to act as the primary key. So it's going to be not null. There is no way we could have a primary key as a null value. And last name is going to be defined as the data type varchar with 50 character. The first name is varchar 50 character. The varchar, before I forget, it's a dynamic char allocation for a data type that maybe doesn't use the 50, so it will use as much as there is and leave the remaining available. Different from a char declaration or data type, which if you declare it as a 50 initially, it's going to reserve 50 bytes or 52 characters. It's a better word here in the memory. Address is 100 characters and city is 30. And in the order, my orders tables, they have the order ID is acting as the primary key, and it's the data type is integer data type. In order ID is date. And the person ID is, as you notice, it has been mentioned earlier because it is the primary key for the person table. And in here it's an integer, but it will become here the foreign key to link the table with the table persons. So this is basically the data, and we're going to be moving now into the actual implementation of the relationship between the two tables. So I'm going to go ahead and look at, hopefully find some sort of, here we go. Go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and restore my database to the original format. So I don't, if I ever created person, it will be gone. If I created my orders, it will be gone. And we're going to go ahead and start entering the code in order to build the table. So it starts with a create table. Start creating table, and it's going to actually follow the naming here, persons, open parentheses, and close the parentheses. I like to do that so I don't forget. And let's go ahead and use the tab. And in a second, you will notice that it's going to be person ID. And that's going to be integer, not null, and it's going to act as a primary key. Here we go, comma, last name varchar with 50 character, comma, first name varchar with 50 character, address, it's going to be varchar also in 50 character, and the last one, which is city, and that's going to be varchar, let's say with 30 character. All right, so let's go ahead and run the query and see if it's gonna create. It did create for us the person tables, and we're going to go ahead and insert 3 records very quickly. Insert into persons, and this is going to be values, of course. 1 is going to be the primary key for the first record. The first name, let's say here, Smith. Let's make it numeric. All right. Michael, everyday's name, everyday's American name. And we're going to say here 123 Main Avenue, and the city is Seguin. Of course, we need to go ahead and put in single quotes or double quotes. And I'm going to run this, and notice I entered 1 in the person data table. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to Perez, and I'm going to change the name to Ella, and this is going to be a neighbor to Mr. Smith in the earlier, live in the same city as again. And I'm going to go ahead and do this 3, and let's go ahead and change this to, let's say, Johnson, and the name is Roman. and, and we're going to have one live next to these two. And here we go, we have a three records. And the best thing now to go ahead and see if that those record has been entered, select everything from persons. And here we go. Hopefully we'll see the three young people here. As we see, everything is entered correctly. So what I'm doing now is to go ahead and stop here. And in the next video, I'll be able to finish with the second table, which is the mini table, as we refer to it, my orders table. Thank you so much for watching.